What's up, Unlocking Your Inner Strength listeners? How would you like to know the secret and effective, very powerful goal-setting method that I use that you can use week by week to move yourself down the field of success? Well, I have good news for you. I've put together a special report showing you exactly how to do this. Normally, it's $45, but since you're a loyal listener to the show, you can get it for only $10 at unlockingyourinnerstrength.com/time.
You're listening to The Inner Strength Show. If you want to step into your greatness, you've come to the right place. Here is your host, the human strength expert, Kyle Newell.
What's up, everybody? It's Kyle from Newell Strength and Unlocking Your Inner Strength once again, and that website is now kylenewell.com. And you can also follow me on Facebook with my public figure page at Kyle Newell Fitness Expert. So we're here today with episode number 65. We got quite a bit to go over, and I think you'll find it highly valuable, informative, and entertaining. So, a word on mindset before I get into the main topic, which is about objective or subjective goals. That buzzer. Actually, let me tell you about this. This is one of the coolest apps. It's a focus app. I have it set for 25 minutes, so it's a modification of my time management system. 5-minute breaks. After every 4 rounds, I get a 25-minute break. It just runs continuous. On a normal day, my goal is to have 10 to 12 of these focused work blocks. Today, I have 8 because I have meetings, so it's a Monday as I'm recording this. And it beeps just like that. Now I'm I just entered another work block. And during that break, when you heard the beep, the 5-minute, I normally would be doing something, maybe with a mallet or anything. On my longer break, I took the dogs for a walk, but I was helping with Colt before that, so I had to play catch up. So that's called the Focus app. And I think the pro version's $1.99. Highly effective, highly useful. Getting back to what I was saying, a word on mindset. I had recently a good friend tell me that his head was ready to explode when he found out that before we even opened in Flemington, I'd already expanded, meaning I already put money down on the next door unit. And I said, that's strange. Why would he be getting anxiety about a risk that I'm taking? But then I thought most people operate from a place of anxiety and fear. They want to know all the steps. They want all the lights to be green before they take any action. And in a large part, that's a shame because that keeps people from ever doing what they really, really want to do in life. You're never going to have the perfect circumstances. The way I operate is I'm a massive risk taker, and I operate with a tremendous amount of speed, and that makes up for a lot of shortcomings that I have. The proverbial set of balls is a must if you want to succeed in life. And that goes for females too. Speed is the king, in my opinion. If we look at content like writing, right? I don't know many people that put out more content than I do. And I've become what I think is a fairly talented writer. I can write with speed because I never proofread. I never look back at what I write. I don't care how people receive it. And I know that the message will come across, regardless of whether I had a grammatical error or anything was wrong with it. I'm not worried about how people judge it because it's my authentic voice. So think about that when you're starting to get fear. Usually it means you're going in the right direction. You don't face resistance when you try to go down in status. If I wanted to go, and I've said this before, work at a Kmart or a Walmart, then there would be no resistance. That would be an easy move. There would be a lot less stress in my life. But that would tell me that I'm going in the wrong direction. I'm built for achievement. Okay. So this morning I was running hill sprints. We have a hill that's got to be about a quarter mile long. It kind of T-squares up to our street. So you turn off the main road, you come onto that road. So on Mondays, what I do is I do hill sprints, and I'll do something in between them. This morning I had my jump rope with me, so I'd sprint up to the top and I'd do a jump rope for a minute. My current workouts, I only have 3 hard sessions in the gym per week right now, which I'm feeling pretty solid about. I've started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I practice for that twice a week. And the other days I try to get a sweat. So the other days it's Mainly an at-home workout. Tomorrow, I'll walk around with my 80-pound weight vest until I sweat, up and down the street, up and down the hill. Thursdays, I'll take the kettlebell up to the cul-de-sac, and I'll do a bunch of swings and gob squats and jump rope. So keeping it really simple. Now, when I was sprinting up the hill, I noticed, or I thought, okay, you haven't really measured how long it takes you to get up this hill. Now, I always thought, I'm running pretty hard up the hill. So then on my second rep today, I said, let me time it. So I timed it, and I was at about 54 seconds. Did my jump rope, went back down, and then I did it again. And I got about 48 seconds. Did the same thing, repeated it, went back down, did it again. So this is my fourth rep because I didn't time the first one. 45 seconds. Keep improving. Walk back down for the last one. I usually do 5. And on my final rep, I got 42 seconds. So I'd shaved off about 12 seconds from the first time I timed it. All in one session, a span of 20 minutes. What's up, Unlocking Your Inner Strength listeners? How would you like to know the secret and effective, very powerful goal-setting method that I use that you can use week by week to move yourself down the field of success? Well, I have good news for you. I've put together a special report showing you exactly how to do this. Normally, it's $45, but since you're a loyal listener to the show, you can get it for only $10 at unlockingyourinnerstrength.com/time. And that got me thinking, when you want to achieve something in life, you need to have objective goals. You cannot say, I think I'm running hard up the hill. As long as I run hard next time, that's going to be okay too. And the way most people operate in life is that's what they do. So when I press people, no. Give me a specific and give me a timeline. People get uncomfortable. What do you mean? What do you mean? I can't do that. I just want to feel better. How are you going to measure it? You don't know if you're feeling better if you can't measure it, right? So we can even use a scoring system of 1 to 10 sometimes when people want to use subjective things. Then I'll use a scale where they have to rank where they're currently at on a scale of 1 to 10. Now, you cannot improve that which you don't measure. You cannot improve that which you do not measure, okay? So with your finances, with your weight, with your body fat, with your strength, if you're just guessing and you're not constantly trying to push the envelope, you're going to live a very mediocre and average life, which to me is the worst thing in the world. Devin said something to me the other day about something that people do that's common and normal. And I said, well, I don't want to be common and normal. I despise that. Everything I do is to be not common and not normal. And you have to have the same mindset. And if you're listening to this, I think that you're on that path. Otherwise, why would you be listening to something about how to unlock your inner strength? Now, when you set these goals, you're going to get discouraged. Expect it. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have roadblocks. You're going to fail. And that's a good thing because that's how you learn. Now, you got to stay focused on the day to day. I was just telling you about the app at the beginning, the Focus app. Excellent. And as I've really started dialing in my weekly schedule and have 3 key areas to focus on, I've gotten much more efficient. As I've been using this Focus app, I've gotten much more efficient. Now, when you look too far ahead, if you look too far down the road, your anxiety grows. You get what's called the anxiety gap. The bigger the gap, okay, meaning the more anxiety you have, means the further out into the future you're thinking. The reason you get that anxiety gap, as I've explained in the past, is because your brain is a pattern recognition machine. It likes prediction and response, and repeat, okay? The further out you think, the less prediction and response you have. You don't have a pattern for that. There's so many variables that can happen between A and Z. Allow me to give you an example. I was just doing the mallet drill before with the golf ball. Just kind of a little warm-up in between work sessions, work blocks, and I was doing 100 reps on each hand. But when I was doing my right hand, I said, man, I remember when I got 500 for the first time. And even just thinking about getting to 500 right there caused my tension and anxiety to go up a little bit. Because then I started thinking, well, what if I miss one? Then I got to start over. What if I make a mistake? And then when I brought it back to thinking, okay, let's get 20 at a time, the anxiety level dropped. I didn't have to focus as far out into the future. The same thing works with our goals. The same thing works when we're setting things to go after. Now, the 2 elements of any goal, which I talked about recently, that must be present to make sure that it's effective are there must be enthusiasm. Okay, you must be excited about it, And there must be an element of fear. Now, fear is really excitement, right? It depends on how you frame it. But if you're not fearful of the goal you set, that means it's not big enough. It doesn't scare you enough. You have to set a stretch goal. If I set something that's so impossible, I'm just going to shut down and not even attempt it. Like if I said I want to bench press 700 pounds, that's not within the realm of possibility for me. It's just going to shut me down, right? If I say I want to bench press 450 pounds, that's doable for me. I benched 400 a couple months ago. Now that's going to be hard as heck to do. I'm not going to set it as a goal right now, but it would scare me. It would be a reach, but I would also be excited about it. So you got to take all this into consideration: fear, enthusiasm, and objectivity versus subjectivity. Be specific, allows you to measure. Measuring holds you accountable. You cannot improve that which you don't measure. You cannot improve that which you don't measure. And that's all I have in this week's episode. About 12 minutes of goodness for you. I'll be following this up with an article about the same topic, which you'll be able to find on the blog and the Kyle Newell page and in the hard copy newsletter if you're on the subscriber list for that. And please don't forget to rate the podcast on iTunes if you hadn't had the chance to do so. That helps me out greatly. Share it with a friend that needs to hear about something positive. And keep up the support. I really appreciate it. I'll be back next week for episode number 66. Peace.
You've been listening to The Inner Strength Show. If you enjoyed the show, remember to subscribe, rate, and review us in iTunes.